Well, hi, everybody, and good Thursday morning to you, meteorologist Travis Klineski here. As we start things off on this Thursday morning, it's already fairly breezy, if not a little windy out there. Those winds stayed kind of strong overnight last night out of that northwesterly direction. They will stick around today. It's going to be a strong wind day out there today, noticeable, that's for sure. Otherwise, lots of sunshine, but notice eastern Nebraska, some extra clouds. And I even think there could be some of those cumulus clouds, a field of cumulus that might develop here into central Nebraska. Now, farther west, not as much for cloud cover out there. So basically, the way you look at it is more clouds to the east, fewer clouds as you head towards the west. Temperatures cooler than yesterday, but still seasonably mild. The winds, they'll start to die back heading into tonight. And as they do, it's going to give us one of the colder nights that we've seen for a while. Also looking for mostly clear skies out there with those lighter winds and mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, mostly sunny in the morning, becoming partly cloudy in the afternoon. A decent day as we wrap up autumn and move into the winter season during the day tomorrow. And winds won't be as strong for your day on Friday. A cold front is entering the picture in northwest Nebraska late in the day on Friday. You can see it by the change in the wind direction there around Valentine, Sidney, Shadron, and also a little extra cloud cover. Precipitation looks to stay off to our north, though, so it'll be more of a wind shift and a return to breezier conditions for Saturday, as well as a bit of a cool down heading into the weekend. How about today, though? As I said, winds the story of the day, 15 to 30 mile per hour winds. Gusts could approach or exceed 40 miles per hour at times. Mostly sunny in northern portions of Nebraska. Maybe just a few fair weather cumulus clouds late this morning into the afternoon. Low to mid 40s for highs. Out west, upper 40s. Lots of sunshine. Also looking at those strong winds out of the northwest. In the south, maybe a few fair weather cumulus clouds developing later this morning and into the afternoon. Mid to upper 40s, possibly near 50 in Phillipsburg, Kansas. And to the east, this is where your clouds get a little bit thicker. I'm going to call it partly to mostly sunny, but a little bit more of a deck of clouds out there for at least a time. And we're looking at high temperatures mid to upper 40s with strong north and northwest winds. Now let's look at that 7-day forecast. Well, tomorrow we get rid of most of that wind. Maybe a few more clouds, especially later in the day. Highs getting close to 50 degrees, so another seasonably mild day. But that's followed by another cold front Friday night. That brings us a cool down for Saturday. Maybe a little more cloud cover out there, and the winds will be breezy out of the northwest once again at 10 to 20, maybe as high as 22, 23 miles per hour. Now, Saturday night, I did not put a chance of precipitation in, but we may see a few flurries or sprinkles pass through. Your better chance, I think, will be towards southwest Nebraska, out towards Imperial and McCook, of a little bit of light moisture Saturday night. Sunday, we return to mostly sunny skies, highs back into the 40s, mid-40s here, and then Christmas Eve, Christmas Day looking a little more interesting as well. Before I get to that, I do also want to talk about lows the next couple of nights. We've spent several nights in a row now with temperatures not even dropping out of the 30s, many of us staying above freezing. We're going to get back to below freezing temperatures, although keep in mind our average lows this time of the year are in the mid-teens, so we're still going to stay above that. Now jumping ahead, Christmas Eve. I debated putting in a chance of precipitation, very light rain, maybe some snow during Christmas Eve night. I kept it out of the forecast. Some models hint at some very light precipitation. Others keep us dry. So if we do see anything, it won't amount to much. We're still going to stay in the 40s over that Christmas Eve and Christmas Day time frame. Then things turn interesting on Wednesday here. Let's show you the one forecast model. Now, I'll tell you this right now. Forecast models are still very split, though, on this system coming in for Wednesday. Now, again, Tuesday dry, but here taking into early Wednesday morning, a lot of moisture moves northward as a low-pressure system moves out of the desert southwest. Those types of systems are very favorable for drawing up a lot of Gulf of Mexico moisture, and that will be the case with this one. Now, by early Wednesday morning, we might be cold enough for a rain-snow mix around the Tri-Cities, more likely to see rain to the southeast, more likely to see snow to the northwest. Now, keep in mind, timing of the system is very critical, as well as the placement of where exactly this low-pressure system moves. But as we head into the day on Wednesday, we may get warm enough to mostly just deal with rain and possibly even a few isolated thunderstorms. Your more likely time frame, and I'm going to back this up a little bit here to Wednesday evening here, your more likely chance of snow is going to be out to the northwest. Now, some forecast models are a little farther southeast with that colder air, a little more snow into the area. So if I'm talking about concerns for heavy snowfall, it's most likely in the northern and western parts of the local 4 viewing area. Here in the Tri-Cities area, I think we have a better chance of rain than snow during the day Wednesday. And as you go farther southeast, even a better chance of rain, and yes, even some isolated thunderstorms out there. And then colder air starts to work in, so we may start to transition to more of a snow event. That said, Forecast models are also hinting at dry air moving in, this dry slot as we call it. That's that area to our southwest moving in, so it may kind of cut off the moisture for us and move it farther to our north and east. So there's potential we may not get a big snowstorm out of this event. If we do, though, it's more likely the farther northwest you go. But keep in mind, any shift eastward with this system brings more snow to more of the area. But then things will look to dry out as we head into Thursday. On the backside of the system, we will start to draw in some cold air out of the north. The other thing about the system is we'll likely have to deal with some strong winds as well. It's a very strong area of low pressure, and that usually means strong winds. Well, what I will say is we get towards the end of next week, it's looking fairly likely that we're going to get a cold shot of Arctic air towards possibly Thursday, but especially into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that weekend there, that final weekend of the year, looking fairly cold, well below average for this time of the year. Now, I will tell you, though, that the long-range forecast models beyond that are overall fairly mild, though. They keep the mild weather going with this kind of temporary shot of cold air coming as we get towards that final weekend of the year. Most forecast models are hinting at us beginning to warm back up as we approach New Year's Day 2019. So into early January, it looks like we might get back to a milder kind of setup here. So overall, I would say the next 2 to 3 weeks average out warmer than average for this time of the year, with a little bit of a bump in the road coming in towards the end of next week and that following weekend. But again, the week ahead, I'll take you back to that 7-day forecast real quick. The next 7 days, average high is 36 degrees, 35 by that point. We're keeping it above average each and every day, and even our lows are going to stay above average. But again, looking kind of like a messy situation, a lot of moisture on Wednesday, but it's more likely that we would see rain than snow. That said, we are still 6 days away from this event. A lot can change between now and then. We've seen it happen before. A shift in the storm system can definitely change if we see more rain or if we see more snow, if we see thunderstorms, a lot yet. Plus, we cover a large part of the viewing area. This forecast is for the Tri-Cities, but we cover a large viewing area. We cover all the way up to the South Dakota border. We go all the way down into northern Kansas. We go all the way east to Lincoln and Beatrice. We go all the way west to the Colorado border. We cover a large area, so we can see all kinds of different types of weather next Wednesday into Wednesday night. So stay tuned to the forecast in the coming days. Again, I don't see any concerns for travel prior to and leading up to the Christmas holiday. It's what comes after Christmas that is a little more concerning. And again, maybe concerning if we see snow being a bigger factor, and I think especially it's more likely to see that in the north and west. So there you go. A lot of complications, I know, but continue to monitor the forecast as we go through the weekend into early next week. All right, with that, I'm going to bring things to an end here. I hope you do have a wonderful Thursday. Don't get blown away out there today. Going to be a windy one out there, but temperatures at least will stay on the decent side. Take care, and God bless. I'll see you all again tomorrow morning.